Hey guys, I just wanted to check in with a little update since it's been a while. Today I'm a little over 1 week post-op from stage 1 Phalloplasty with Dr. Maud Belanger in Montreal, Quebec. I'm actually 9 days post-op today. I thought I would do a little update because, well, this week has been mostly consistent, so there hasn't been a whole lot of new stuff going on. It's just been a lot of resting. Initially, early in the week, I was getting Doppler checks, so pulse checks on my phallus. Initially every hour, then down to every 2 hours, then every 4, and now the Doppler has been stopped since 7 days post-op because they determined that the phallus has adequate blood flow and that the blood flow is, the reconnection is safe. So haven't been having any pulse checks for a while, so that's cool. On day 7 was also a big day because it was the first bath post-op, well, first shower rather. So that was the day that I got the dressing off of my leg. Initially there was one dressing that you keep on your leg and they don't change it at all for the first week. So on day 7 I got that off in the shower. It was actually not bad at all. Some people have some pain with the removal of that bandage, but it really wasn't too bad. If anything, it was just where it was stuck in my hair that it was bothersome, but otherwise it was really good. Day 7 was also the second time that I saw my arm. So on day, I want to say 4, I saw my arm for the first time because we got the cast off. So the partial cast came off and I saw everything except the actual skin. So basically we took off the bandage, then the cast, then the cling wrap and everything, but we left on the layer of adaptic that was like between the skin and the gauze. So I got a really good look at the arm dressing, at the arm rather, but it wasn't completely to the skin that I could see it. So the first time seeing the arm all the way down to the skin was on day 7, excuse me, so on my first bath day. So that was reassuring to see it on day 4, to just have an idea of how everything was looking, and I was really lucky. Everything's looking great. The nurses have been really impressed with how well I'm healing, so that's always really reassuring to hear. I've heard nothing but good comments about my arm, my leg, and the phallus, so I really couldn't ask for better. I'm really lucky. I figured I would show you my arm. So right now it's undressed because I just had my shower and I am air drying. So everything is exposed before I bandage it back up in a couple of minutes. So I figured I would show you that. So if you are squeamish, maybe look away. It looks really, really good, but it still is fresh. So, yeah, here is my arm at 9 days post-op. It looks really, really good. My scar, well, my graft is actually quite light. They were saying that I just didn't have a lot of bleeding during the surgery, so that's why it looks so light as compared to sometimes when you see other people's scars and they're more like a dark purple. It's because there was a lot of, well, it's because there was more bleeding under the graft. So I'm really lucky. I hardly had any bleeding and the graft looks really, really good. No hematomas. I've had really minimal, I forget what they call them. I'm not even going to try. It's basically a blister, basically, on top of the graft. So you have to puncture those when you do your dressings. I hardly have any. So really the graft is like mostly closed. There's a couple of little problem spots, but even those problem spots are looking really, really good. So it's very optimistic. My thigh also looks good. I will show you that in a second. So the thigh is looking really good as well. There's still a little bit of leftovers of the biotin dressing. So in the first week you have a dressing on there and it kind of like scrapes off in your bath. But I've got some leftovers. My graft rather is quite long. So it goes down all the way down to my hip on the outside there. And then a little bit along the top here. But it's looking really good. Just yesterday, it was much more red. Now it's kind of turning pink a little bit. I don't have any pain anymore when I air dry my leg. It's really, really minimal. I'm still bandaging it for now, but once there's no more pain and once it's dried up a little bit more, I'm not going to be bandaging it at all. So that looks really good. The phallus looks really, really good as well. I've gotten nothing but really good comments from the nurses in terms of its healing. So I'm really, really happy with that. There's one area around the head where it's necrotic. So like a small area around the top of the ridge of the head. So that's going to fall off, but it still has some nice definition around it, so I'm really not worried. And I mean, worst case, I can ask for a revision of the head if it's necessary, but it really looks fine. So I'm not concerned about that at all. And otherwise, like, the pulse has been strong since day 1. My pain has been managed only by Tylenol since like day 2 or 3. I've only taken a couple of tramadol and I think 1 oxycodone throughout the whole process. Otherwise, I've been managing with just Tylenol. And it's been like more than enough. I haven't had pain. The only discomfort I've been in is occasionally when I like stand up initially, my leg is really sore, but it's totally tolerable. And the scrotoplasty, not even the vaginectomy, really the scrotoplasty is swollen and a little bit uncomfortable, especially like if I'm sitting up. So 90% of the time, or more than 90% of the time, I've just been lying in bed spread eagle. So that hasn't been an issue for the scrotoplasty, but once, like if I do sit up for any amount of time, then I do get like discomfort after like a few minutes, but as long as I keep it short, it's pretty manageable. How am I feeling on the whole? I'm feeling really, really good. People, yeah, mostly ask about pain. Like I said, I have very little pain. Very, very little pain. Initially, for the first few days, the most pain that I had was in my butt, just from being stuck in bed the whole time. So that, if that gives you an idea of the pain, like it's really manageable. I am getting discharged today from the recovery center. So today I'm 9 days post-op. Initially I was supposed to be leaving tomorrow, but they would have me leave at like 7 in the morning. So it would be a really early discharge. I wouldn't be receiving any actual like care anyways. So it makes sense to just leave this evening and, you know, make it a more convenient time for my pickup and everything. So that's what's happening today. So I will update you once I get home and once I get kind of settled back in. I figure I would do weekly updates for the first little bit. Unless there's something big, then I'll maybe make another video. But all in all, feeling good, ready to get out of here, and yeah, looking forward to being more healed. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Bye.